all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. The world ain't all sun.
Woo! Good morning, dreamers. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. Super excited to be on here with everyone. And I've actually got a surprise for everybody to see. I actually brought my buddy with me today. So everybody, good morning, fam. Hope everybody is doing phenomenal. Cedric in the building, Shane and Talina. It's good to see you, fam. Hold on, let me go ahead and see if I can clean this thing real quick. Buddy, give me a sec. What is going on? Hold up. Awesome, fam. Come here, buddy. Hope everybody is doing phenomenal. I'm sending love and blessings to everybody. Happy Thursday, the first of the month, the beginning of February, a brand new start, a brand new fresh month to go ahead and take advantage of. And today, I've got a very powerful topic to go ahead and dive into. As you guys can see, today we're going to be talking about using the pain and being able to keep going, right? And I might be a little bit vulnerable today. So make sure you guys are ready, locked, and loaded, because today is going to be a powerful one. Love it. Absolutely. I missed you guys. Hope you guys had a phenomenal time. I know it was a blast planting seeds, leaving an impact. For those of you that don't know, Shane and Talina, they're actually doing an amazing movement over there in the Virgin Islands, a nonprofit, being able to give back, impact, and be of service. So honestly, it warms my heart to be able to see you guys go over there and continually to make a positive dent. I love to see it. So let me go ahead and get live on IG, and let's dive into today, using the pain and keep going. Sylvester Stallone, that's a famous scene. It's one of my favorite scenes ever, actually. Such a powerful part. He's got his son there, and he's just letting him know. Awesome. I just tapped in. Love it, fam. So grateful for guys. So thankful to be on here. So grateful to have my buddy, and I'll go ahead and I'll explain the backstory about what's going on with him for today. So grateful for each of you. So grateful to be able to see the growth. I'm so glad to be on this journey with each and every single one of you, to be able to see the 1% every day, to see the confidence, to see the change, to even on the other side too. I see the hardships. I see what everybody is growing through, and to know that we're all doing this collectively is honestly super powerful. What's going on? Danny in the building. Miss Sugar, say what's up to buddy. I got my buddy with me this morning. Had to come show some love. I've got a really powerful topic for today. So hope you guys are ready. Today's going to be a deep one. So you might want to get your tissues. Love it. Awesome. So fam, today, honestly, I don't really have a training. I'm not really giving you guys the 3 keys, the 3 tips. Nothing really, nothing really planned. Actually, today is a very interesting day, to say the least. For those of you guys that don't know, actually, I wasn't even going to really give you guys this, but I feel like it's right? Vulnerability, there's strength in vulnerability, and maybe somebody on here can maybe relate to my story. So for those of you guys that don't know, my whole life, I've dealt with, some of my family members have been alcoholics, some have been into drugs. So I've learned a lot about that at a very early age, right? And it's something that molded me. And at the same time, it hindered me in certain parts of my life too. I grew up pretty much only around my father. And my father's he's not the type of person that's very good at expressing his feelings or really being able to put them out there. Right? We're used to bottling things up. So I never really had that in my life, right? To be able to go ahead and express and talk to somebody. But as I started getting older, I was able to put a lot of the pieces together. The reason why a lot of people end up drinking maybe with alcoholics, right? Because I ended up studying this religiously. It actually stems from their childhood, right? Maybe something that happened when they were 5, 6, 10 years old. Same thing with my mother. She experienced some things when she was younger that completely just traumatized her and it let her eat her alive pretty much her whole life. And for those that don't know, we actually had a huge event over in Texas about 2 years ago, and I hadn't seen my mom pretty much since I was a little guy, about 20 plus years. And I was paying for a motel. I knew where she was living, and I was like, you know what? Let me go and take a 4-hour drive. Let me just go stop by and see her, right? So I took the drive, and I get over there. I didn't even tell her, and I opened the door, and there's bottles everywhere. There's cockroaches. There's no microwave. It's just trash. And I'm sitting here looking at it like this is the life that she's living every single day. And I'm over here like this, and I say, you know what? I need to make something happen now. I don't care what needs to be done. She was on probation for 8 years, so long story short, I had to pay a lot of money, and I moved her over here to Florida. But once again, all of this time, you guys had no idea I was going through this on these calls. Every day that I would show up, I can't tell you how many times, like even today, crying, bawling my eyes out, even before I got on here. But I had to realize something, when it comes to life, we can either sit and cry in a ball and let it just keep compiling and keep saying, why me, and blame the world. But I know what that's like. And I know nothing gets produced there, right? So over the past year, I've done a lot. Traveled all over. And she's not very good at being alone, right? So I was like, I got to do something. She struggles when I'm not there to be able to take care of her. So I was like, man, I got to do something. And I remember I was talking to my mentor. He's like, D, why don't you get her a dog? So one of the best decisions I ever made, I actually went out and I got my mom a dog. So she has some love. So she has somebody there every day, right? So for the past year, she actually hasn't drank. December of last year, December 25th, Christmas, right? 3 days before Christmas, she was actually drinking and she fell and she literally broke her leg. She cracked her knee and she had to go get surgery. When you guys go back and you look at my stories on Christmas, December 25th, I was in the emergency room. I got a call I went over there at like 5 o'clock during the day, right? And I can always tell when she was drinking. She was stuttering. So I already knew she was drinking. So I went out and I found the bottle at like 5 p.m. I dumped it all out and we had a conversation. I was like, listen, this is done. Can't do it anymore, right? And I left and I got those calls at midnight, those back-to-back calls. And it's just like, those calls, yeah, drop a 5 if you guys ever got those calls or those texts where you know something's off, you feel something's wrong, right? Well, that's what that was. This was December 21st, 2022. And she's screaming. And I I had no idea what's going on. I just got in the car and I dropped everything I was doing. I sprinted over there and she's on the ground. And I could see something was wrong with her leg. And I picked her up and I carried Buddy with me and I carried her in the emergency room and she had surgery days later. And I got on every single call every day later. And you guys had no idea. Most people had no idea that happened. So I say that to say over this time, there's been days that are really tough. And to be honest, it takes tapping into a different part of us to be able to utilize this energy, because pain is energy, right? Energy can't be created, cannot be destroyed. It can only be transferred. So we get to decide how we want to go ahead and distribute and utilize this energy. So I've spent the past year building her up and I thought she was doing great. Over in this past December, I actually took her over to Miami to experience some amazing views. And over these past couple of weeks, she got a phone call from her mother. And it turns out that her stepdad, which is actually a really crazy story, the reason why she drank for a lot of years, let the cat out of the bag, her stepdad actually raped her when she was younger, all throughout her childhood. So when she got a call from her mother recently these past 2 weeks, and I didn't even really know about it, he's pretty much dying. He's very sickly right now. And her mom has been pretty much talking about her moving over there to go and help out. And I didn't know how much this has affected her mentally for this past 2 weeks. So long story short, these 2 weeks go by. I haven't been able to talk to her a lot because she's just wanted to be alone. And I get a call yesterday. Okay. I get a call last night, 9 p.m. Come here. I need you. Same thing. I knew something was wrong. I go over there. The cops are outside. The door is wide open. There's people standing outside looking. She got arrested last night. Something's been going on. She got arrested. I'm looking at everything inside. She's been creating these amazing paintings, right? Let me actually show you guys. Give me a second. IG, if you guys want to go and hop on YouTube and see this, give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. So I got my mom these paintings, right? About a year ago when she first started getting sober. And I got her these canvases, and I got her paintbrush, and I got her some acrylic paint. She started painting, and it turns out she's gifted. She has God's gift. I never knew she had this inside of her. These are some of her paintings so you guys can see. I never knew that she had this kind of ability to be able to paint these amazing from scratch, from nothing. And this was what's been able to save her, to get her positive. This was her love, to get her feeling good about herself, to get her being able to see her worth. And it's just like these paintings are absolutely unreal. And I had all these plans to start being able to help her sell them and get them out there. And in her mind, these past couple of weeks, she was thinking that people were actually spying through her windows, taking pictures and trying to sell them. So she's been going through all of these different mental issues these past couple of weeks. So last night, that's what I had to deal with. The cops are over there, right? I've dealt with this for years. So if you guys have somebody maybe in your life, if you guys have somebody in your family that you might be able to relate to, there's a reason why they say everything happens for a reason, right? It's not always easy to know it at the time, but eventually it makes sense. I don't know what this reason is. Like after I get off this call, I have to go figure out if I'm like, I don't even know if she's going to be able to live here anymore. I have to go pay the bond. I have to go see what's about to happen next. So when I tell you guys, I can easily just go and cry in a ball and use this as an excuse. But at the same time, I can also use it as a way to propel forward, as a way to see it in a different light. There's always, drop a 2 down below if you guys believe everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for everything in life. Zion in the building. What's going on, King? It's good to see you. You might not always know what the reason is, but eventually it makes sense. It all makes sense. So I appreciate you, fam. I have nothing but love for you guys. Me and Buddy, we're here for you guys. This is something I wanted to get out so you guys can see that nobody's perfect. I am by no means anywhere close to being perfect. I'm just like you. I feel, I have hurt, right? I have emotions just like everybody else. So realize that nobody's perfect. I don't care who you see on social media, what their life looks like, whether you're looking at LeBron James, Michael Jordan, right? Kobe Bryant, anybody's lifestyle, everybody goes through things. The difference is they've been able to channel that pain and actually turn it into part of their fire, right? It can either do two things. It can either push us or it can pull us. So I love you, fam. I appreciate you. Anything you need, I'm here for you every step of the way. I got your backs. You already know. I love you. Go out and have a phenomenal day. And remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. Love you, fam. Let's get to it. See you soon.